median sales price here in the Richmond metro area has gone up $32,000 year over year, which is an 8% change from the median sales price in October 2023 to now, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually down from the all-time high percent change we had from October 2020 to October 2021 of 12%. But clearly prices are still climbing. I do have some predictions on what I see coming in 2025, so stay tuned. Before we can get into 2025, we have to figure out where we are settling out here in 2024. Now, when I look at the number of sales nationwide, that's the number of homes being sold annually across the country. They've actually dropped from 2021, where we had 6 million home sales, a record, all the way to 2023, where we only had 4 million home sales. And in 2024, that's expected there will be more like at 3.8 sales overall. So demand and the amount of people actually transacting has fallen dramatically year over year nationwide. And surprisingly, we really aren't seeing the same thing here locally in Richmond. We've actually seen a 0.9% change from 2023 to 2024. So not a big change, but still not following the nationwide trend downward, meaning from 2023 in January through October of 2023, 8,541 homes sold in Richmond. Now from January 2024 until October 2024, we've had 8,615 homes sell. That's the 0.9% increase, making Richmond an outlier. So what does all this mean? Now let's back up a little bit. I know in our opener, I mentioned that the median sales price has gone up $32,000 on average within the Richmond metro area, which includes Richmond City, Chesterfield, Hanover, and Henrico. And when you look at these areas individually, the price increases are all floating around the same percent increase. So there's not one county or city doing exceptionally well or bad in regard to that median sales price increase. But the thing that did stand out to me is the increase in average days on market. For the metro area, the average days on market is up 21%, and notably it's up 38% in Chesterfield County. Now, typically, I think you'd see median price trending down if you see average days on market trending up. But I think we have a couple things going on that are causing that to not be true. Namely, we have a lot of new construction being built here in the Richmond metro area and Chesterfield in particular. Days on market data can be easily swayed with pre-sale listings. Builders are putting on to-be-built homes on the market and skewing the data a little bit because of those products are usually sitting on the market longer than your typical resale home. But all of that new development, meaning all of these new homes being built by developers, are what's actually driving an increase in the number of home sales locally. Chesterfield, Eastern Henrico, and in Hanover is where a lot of new construction's happening. Whereas you look at like Area 20, which is the western part of Henrico, there's not a lot of new construction. So there's a lower supply, and it's a very desirable area for multiple reasons. These higher-end buyers with more purchasing power actually saw an 11.9% increase in home sales. Now, remember, we said the national average was down 5%. So where do we go in 2025? Before I bring it locally to tell you what I think is going to happen in Richmond, let's take it nationwide and figure out what some of the very smart economists are saying in regards to what they think is going to happen in 2025 and 2026. Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, took a look at unemployment, new jobs, inflation, inventory, and said, okay, what do we think is actually going to happen next year? And there's three things that kind of came out about this. The number of transatlantic businesses, the number of transactions he believes that are going to happen in 2025 are going to raise about 9%, which would get us to that 4.2 million range or so, feeling very similar to 2023 in regards to how many transactions are happening. He finished off his report saying that he believes that there will be a roughly 2% price appreciation year over year that's going to happen on a nationwide basis. But how does that actually affect us here locally in Richmond? I think if Richmond's been trending up for 2024, while nationally we've been trending down in numbers of transactions, and Lawrence Yun thinks that nationally we'll see an increase in the number of home sales in 2025, then I have no reason to believe we won't continue on a positive trend here locally in 2025 across all markets, largely because of the massive projects that are happening here in the Richmond metro area. Now, the only standout market we had locally in 2024 was the luxury market. Area 20 saw the largest increase in number of homes sold. Remember, we had a 0.9% increase in the number of homes sold in the Richmond metro area, but in Area 20, we had an 11% increase, meaning we are seeing a lot of people continue to flock to the West End. I think we'll largely see more of the same for the luxury market in 2025. These are the buyers that are least price sensitive, meaning they can roll with the punches of interest rates, and we just don't have the same number of new homes being built in this area, causing lower supply and higher demand. Homes here in the luxury market in 2024 sold for 105% of the original list price, compared to our local average being 101% of the original list price. Next up, I want to talk about some of the massive projects that are still happening here in the Richmond metro area and what I think that's going to do to the home values in 2025. But before I do that, if you're looking to sell or buy a home anywhere in the Richmond area and you're looking for somebody to help guide you through all of the new development that's going on, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. We have over 50 5-star reviews on Google, and we help over 200 homeowners a year find what they're looking for. You can just send us a call, text, or email using the contact details in the description below. Now, when I think through the growth in our area, prices aren't going to go up just because they're going to go up. There's going to be driving factors beyond that. I looked at all of the development projects going on to see if there is any front runner locally, but we're really seeing massive development in all of the localities in Richmond. In Richmond City, you have the continuation of growth in Scott's Addition, the redevelopment of the Squirrel Stadium, and the larger Diamond District development, not to mention countless micro redevelopment projects and new construction homes popping up. And in Henrico, you have Green City, a multi-billion-dollar mixed-use development, and a new arena. Chesterfield has the lake and a new middle school and high school under construction to support all the new construction communities coming online. And Hanover might be the least interesting as far as large new development projects go, but even there, we're seeing tons of developers continue to build planned communities out here. It seems to me that 2025 is going to be a setup year for 2026 and 2027 as we see these large developments wrap up in the coming years. And that's something I'm really excited about for our future. While 2024 isn't quite over, I do have a lot of cool things planned for 2025. Bigger videos, more in-depth videos, helping you guys stay the most informed audience here in the Richmond area. Thanks for coming along on the journey with me, and we'll see you guys in the next video.